Good afternoon everybody, welcome to my little corner of Wales. It's a beautiful day. My name's Andrew Hargreaves and I've been growing apple trees on this site for about 5-6 years, and before that I was working in gardens up and down the country. I've had a landscape gardening business in Bath. I was working in the botanic gardens in Bath for a very long time. I've managed a garden centre. Most of my life I've worked in horticulture, and about 10 years ago I settled down in beautiful Wales. And Wales, as you know, as everybody should know, is God's own country. I should know because I come from Devon originally. Anyway, people around here in the Cae'r Valley, which is a lovely orcharding area where many wonderful old varieties of apple tree were grown, they call me the Apple Man, and in every part of the country you'll find somebody who's called the Apple Man, God help them. And they're the person who people come to when they want to know what to grow where. You know, if they live up the top of a mountain, they want to grow something in a bog, or if they want something particularly special or a particularly old variety or something a bit rare and unusual, something you're not likely to find in your local Tesco's or Sainsbury's or in a garden centre. Not that there's anything wrong with garden centres, not that there's anything wrong with Sainsbury's or Tesco's. Anyway, this is where we are. This is where all the production of the trees happen. So we'll go inside the polytunnel and we'll have a look into what we do in there and show you a few of the trees. Here we are in the polytunnel. This is our main production site inside here. And in here you'll find me in January when it's freezing cold outside and my fingers are blue, grafting the trees in the polytunnel as a bit of protection and shelter. We use the usual standard whip and tongue grafting method, and the polytunnel in the spring helps us to bring the grafts on a bit quicker. It helps the grafts to heal and it helps the trees to grow to a useful size, so that we're able to sell them in around September, October time once they've reached the top of the cane. We don't use any peat or chemicals in the production of the trees here. We use a bit of soapy water for aphids, which have been a complete pain in the arse this year, what with the warm, wet and early spring, and now we're having a very long dry period. So what we do as a business, we try and specialise in growing the old native Welsh varieties, which we're very fond of and we want to keep going, and there are about 20 to 25 of those. And what we say as a grower, what we're trying to do is to promote the native Welsh varieties and also sell other fruit trees, mostly apple trees, but other fruit trees in Wales that do well in Wales with its particular climate and special circumstances. Well, I'd like to show you a couple of our Welsh varieties that we grow here, very good Welsh varieties. I'll just go and find down here. This is Pigaderin, which just means bird's beak, and if you look at the fruit it's got a sort of a protuberance round by the stalk that looks a bit like a beak or a nose, so hence the name bird's beak. This was found growing by the Abbey Wall in St Dogmiles at Cae'r, probably grown there by the monks for the making of cider. We used to make a lot of cider in the abbey at those days, I gather. The story goes that the patron saint of Wales, St David, had to admonish the monks in the abbey for their loose habits. Well, you don't really want a loose habit if you're a monk living in St Dogmiles. Well, what a thing, as we say down my way. Let me find you another one. I've left it here somewhere. Oh, here we are. There's another graft from January. Brith Mawr. In Welsh, big and spotty. Well, it's a big apple and it's got spots on it. Says it all really, and that's what I love about growing the Welsh varieties. There's always some character or story behind them, some quirky detail that you can find out about, and they do very, very well because they're native to Wales, and that's why we grow them and keep them going. Here we are again outside. I just wanted to mention that we have a museum orchard here where we grow the Welsh varieties as mature trees to take graft wood from, so that we can produce the young trees for sale for the nursery. We're completely off-grid at this place. We've got wildflower meadows. We don't have mains water, so we collect water from the field shelter, and it gets channeled via various ditches into our big pond over there. And we've got various ponds and streams, and if you dig a hole here in Wales, it just fills with water and life and nature moves in. Well, that's the way of things, and we like it that way. Well, I hope you enjoyed having a look around here. You're welcome to come and see us anytime. I hope you found something interesting in your visit. Ta-ra for now.